Okay, welcome to this webinar. We're going to be learning how to create and launch a digital product in 30 days, even if you have no idea where to start from, and even if you don't have a digital product. So, this class is going to be a very, very interactive section. It's actually a recorded video from a webinar I did, and we didn't have the recording, so I had to reshoot the video a couple of times. So, but we are here now. And in this video, I promise you that at the end of this video, if you stay to the end, because it's going to be a long run, but if you stay to the end, I promise you that at the end of this video, you will have a digital product that you can form, create, and sell that will be very, very profitable. I also show you the strategy on how to sell a digital product, even without, you know, making it down, right? I will show you how to do it. And I also show you how to create a digital product from any single thing you're doing right now, any business you're into, any 95 you're into, how you can create a digital product from that. But right now, we are assuming that we have no idea what to start and how to start it. So follow me through this webinar. Now, for today's agenda, we're going to talk about why digital product. Why do you need to create a digital product? We're going to dive into the question, can I really monetize my knowledge? Can I really turn what I do into a product and monetize it? And then we'll look at a principle called what do you have in your hands? A biblical principle, what do you have in your hands? So just to note, this webinar is mostly for Christians. Even if you're not a Christian watching it, it's mostly for Christians. So I'll be sharing some biblical principles here. Number five, understanding business offerings. I'm not talking about church offerings. I'm talking about business offerings, and we'll discuss what that is. And number six, we're going to talk about the challenges you will encounter when creating a digital product and the step-by-step solution and guide to solve that challenge. So that's it. So with on this page, right, you see a button to click to learn more about program we're having. Please just stay to the end of this webinar before you click on the button so you understand more about what is on the next page. Please don't click on it because you might not be able to have access to this page again. So just stay with me to the end. So a bit about me. My name is Cyprian Sunday Eseogene. Some people call me Coach Cyprian. I'm a six-figure digital marketing coach and an agency owner. I basically build websites for businesses, run ads for them, coach businesses on marketing, help them build funnels. I'm a growth partner for some businesses. I have LinkedIn, a LinkedIn agency, so I do a lot, right? I'm an internet savvy person, and because of that, I've worked with dozens of businesses and companies online, both home and abroad, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. And I have several digital products of my own. I have a course. I have some courses. I have communities I'm managing, and I've made hundreds of thousands from this digital product, and I've been able to teach other people, right, how to do the same, which we are here for, right? We're here to learn how to do the same. Now, just to validate a bit of what I do, and what we are here for, my result basically, I'm a testimony of having nothing and naturally monetizing your knowledge, right? I remember when I left a company I was working in, and after a while I was broke and I didn't know how to make money, and I was like, what can I do? So the thought of data product came to my mind, and in some businesses and skills, it's very obvious on how to create a data product. Why some it's not that obvious. So how do we turn the not obvious to a digital product? We're going to talk about that. So I have courses for both Nigerians and foreign markets. You can see me a foreigner. I have sold to Nigerians. These are just payment screenshots and other stuff. But I'm not going to focus on me. But I just want to show you the results I've been able to achieve so far with this particular thing I'm about to teach you. So what you're about to learn is what will unlock words for you passively, meaning that if you create this product one time, just one time, it's going to help you bring money over and over again for you, over and over again for you. It's like a hack to wealth. It's like a hack to wealth. I get paid like in a week. People pay me for different courses, right? I get paid when I'm broke. Money comes in through this channel. When my other parts of my business are working, money comes in through this channel. So this is something that every person, every Christian that is in business, that is has a career should do. This is something that you should do. Now, why should you create a digital product? Why a digital product? I would say a digital product is a copy of your own experience, a copy of yourself and your own experience in a particular field, and you giving it out to people to learn from you to make their path easier, That is what I'll say digital products helps you do. Digital products are in form of different from ebooks, courses, communities, mentorship programs, subscription platforms, and all that stuff, right? So those are forms of digital product. Now, how can you turn what you do into a digital product and monetize it? Now, let me talk about some obvious things that we might not be able to turn into a digital product from our own idea. This is a big question that most people have. If you are doing something like poultry, right? You are doing poultry farming. How can you turn that stuff into a digital product? Obviously, that's a physical business. How can you turn that to a digital product? Well, I have a good news for you. You can. If you sell stuff online, offline, I mean, you can. If you have a business, you're a 9 to 5er, you can create a digital product in what you're currently doing. So let me show you how. So when most of us say digital product creation, we mostly think outside the box. We mostly want to find something else to do to create a digital product because we have the mindset and we believe that for us to create a product, right, what we have is not enough. Maybe what we're doing currently is not enough, so we have to look outside. There was a lady that does agriculture. She called me and told me that she wants to create she wants to do something online to make money and other stuff. And she needs money really urgently and other stuff. She wants to do affiliate marketing, and that is online. So it's totally different from what she's doing, and she wants to go online. And that journey alone is going to take a long time. And she has, I'm obviously sure she bought courses, found stuff that encourage her that she'll make quick money, very, very quick. It's not how it works. They will not tell the truth because they want to sell, but it's not how it works. Every business has its challenges, everything has its challenges, and everything has, a new learning curve, a new learning process you have to go through. So now, how do we solve that? This is where we come up with the principle I'll be sharing with you guys of before you go outside, always look at what is in your hand first. Always look at what is in your hand first. And to give a good example of that, I'll share two biblical scriptures with you, two biblical stories, I mean, with you. Now, the first is the widow and the oil. The widow and the oil. A widow, it's a very popular story. She was Her husband was a prophet that died, and they had two kids. And her husband was owing somebody, and the man came and threatened to take her two sons, rather, her two sons as slaves. And she was devastated. She didn't know what to do, and she met Prophet Elijah. Prophet Elijah met her. She was crying, and Prophet Elijah asked her, "What do you have in your house?" She said, "Nothing." And he asked her, "What do you have in your house?" She said, "Okay, a bottle of oil, or a jug of oil." And what that tells you is that anytime God wants to bless you, you always look for what is in your hand. They say, "Bless the work of your hand," right? You always look for what you have. You always have something, and you don't realize it. Because logically, what is a bottle of oil when you're in debt and somebody wants to take your two sons? That means that debt is too big. So what would a bottle of oil do for you? That is the logical sense. So, but that tells us that our mind always focus on the negative than the positive, meaning that in abundance there is lack, and in lack there is abundance. And let me explain. In abundance there is lack. I will explain what I mean by that. When the devil tempted Adam and Eve, what did he use? Right? He told them that this fruit, this tree, God said you should not eat it, this and that and that. But the first command God gave Adam and Eve was that eat of every tree in the garden, every tree except one. And that was the one that they focused on. Meaning that if you look at every tree, if you look at the earth today, we have different kind of fruits, thousands of fruits, thousands of trees, right? And each fruit self on its own have different varieties. You can see different types of apples, different type of banana, mangoes, cherry, different type. And God told them to you can eat of everything, but don't touch this one. And the devil made them focus on the one that they should not touch, make them focus on lack, meaning that all these other ones are not really valuable. This one that you don't have is what is now the problem. So the first thing that they committed was focusing on lack. It was not even eating the fruit in the first place. It was focusing on lack. So even in abundance, the devil made them focus on lack. That's how the human mind works. And now in lack, there is abundance. And let me explain that with another biblical scripture. So Haggai, the slave to Abraham who gave birth to Ishmael, was chased away from the house, and she went with her son into the desert. And Abraham, after a while in the desert, They were thirsty, in the desert, no water and all that stuff. So they were thirsty, and our child wanted to die. So she started crying, crying, and an angel of the Lord appeared to her. An angel appeared to her and asked her a question. Hey, guy, why are you crying? That question is very funny because somebody's in the desert. Why are you? You see that the person is thirsty, they want to faint, and all that stuff. And the angel told her, and she told the angel, "Oh, my son needs water. I need water. We're about to die. Save us." And he said, "Look, that there's a hole there on the ground and there's water." And she looked and she saw a hole with water, and the water was enough for her and her son to drink and enough for them to fill up their can. And that blew my mind when I found that scripture, meaning that even in a desert there was abundance, there was enough water for her and her child to drink. So I mean, even in an economy that is suffering and other stuff, there's still abundance. So there's always presence of abundance and there's always presence of lack. So for you're in earth, there's the two, right? But your mind will always focus on the negative more, the lack more. That is how the human mind works. And that's why God says, renew your mind daily. It's not an easy thing, but that's it. So now moving on to the second story, we'll talk about Jesus when he fed 5,000 people. So it was 5,000 men, right? 5,000 men and their families. And we all know that was up to 10,000 because each man can have a wife and 4 kids. And that's up to like 10,000. Now, 5,000 men and their families were hungry. They were with him for a while. And disciples like, okay, master, these people are hungry. What shall we do? Please give us some money. Let's go into the city and get bread for these people and get something for them to eat. Now imagine them going to the city to get stuff for these people to eat. How long will it take for them to arrive in the place? How many stores or how many bakeries they need to go to for them to bring such amounts of bread? How many food they need to buy, and how will they transport all this stuff back? How long will it take? You see the lengthy process, it took the stress, it took. That's what most of us are taking. You want to create something, you now go beyond yourself to just go and look for something, meaning that you don't know you have something with you. And just guys obey this principle by saying, look around, find something for me. And they found 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes, meaning that even in the abundance of problem, even with a crowd that is hungry, there was always something. There was always something. In abundance of lack, there's always abundance of blessing. And they got 5 loaves of bread, 2 fishes, and multiplied it, and everybody ate. So same thing here. What they got was multiplied, everybody ate. Same thing here. What they got multiplied, everybody. Meaning that what you have in your hand can be multiplied. But first, you have to know what you have in your hand. And how do we know what you have in your hand? Currently, what you are doing. Because as I'm talking, you are wondering, what do I have in my hand? What do I have in my hand? We're going to find it now. So, yeah, let's first understand so that we know what we have in our hand. In every business, there's something called offerings. Now, every business has two offerings: the service and the products. So, the services is what you render to people, the product is what you give to people to take away. So, a good example is a restaurant. Now, a restaurant serves people. Now, you can come to a restaurant, sit down, and the waiter takes your order, gives you a menu, takes your order, and brings the food to you. Once you are done eating, they clean the table for you and other stuff. That is their service. Now, their product part is that you are in a hurry, you just want to take your food home. You can go there, make an order, and just take your stuff home. They have packaged the food for you and you are gone. They don't follow you home. They don't make sure you eat the food well. They don't clear the table for you because that is the product they are giving to you. That is the product. Even if they do delivery for you, it is you that will take care of yourself. The service that they render is for them to attend to all your needs so far you are in their vicinity. That is service and product. Now, I want to explain something to you. Just being focused on what you do, like just you being yourself in your business, focus on what you are doing, creates products for you, creates byproducts for you. And I will explain this using the bee and analogy. Now, it's good to use nature to understand certain principles in life. Even Jesus Christ uses ants to explain things to us, right? So, a bee a bee is what makes honey. Is the insect, only insect in the world that makes honey. Now, a bee the primary focus of a bee is to make honey. Now, the bee will go to a flower to collect nectar from that flower to produce honey. But in the process of collecting nectar, there are some things that are attached to the bee. And when the bee moves from flower to flower, that thing is transferred, and that is what produces fruit. And that thing is called pollen. Now, for plants to produce fruits, they have to share pollens with each other. That's how it works. So plants have to depend on external forces, right? For human beings to produce a baby, a male and a female comes together. But for plants, they cannot move. So they depend on wind or external forces to do that stuff, human activities, to do that stuff. So, but the most thing that produce fruits more are insects, and one of the most active insects that produce fruits more are bees. Now, the bee is focused on producing honey. It doesn't care about mango, all those stuff. But just because it's doing what it's doing, it is producing mango. Because if this exchange doesn't happen, this tree will die. This species will die. Meaning that the fruit doesn't produce any stuff. It doesn't produce after itself, right? So meaning that this mango can go extinct. But the bee is just focused on producing honey. But because of this activity, other things are happening. And I'll give you another explanation. If you are wealthy, for example, by default, you become an employer of labor, even if you don't want to, because your business becomes very active, productive, and you have a lot to do, a lot of responsibilities. You have to employ people, you have to employ staff, you have to grow, you have to expand. You cannot, by necessity, it happens. By default, you are too busy, you start employing people to do house chores for you, wash your car, you know, it's just gonna happen. So by being wealthy, by default you become an employer of labor. That is a byproduct of being wealthy. You're impacting the society, and that is the byproduct of being wealthy. So in your business, there are things you are doing that people that is producing products, but you are not seeing that they are products. And let me go further. We're going to find out products right now. I hope you're excited for this. So I want to ask you a very serious question. I want to ask you a very, very serious question right now. Has anybody, I will speak English for this question. Has anybody ever asked you, how far, how you take you do this thing self? If you teach me, like in your business and currently what you're doing, has anybody ever stopped you on the road? Has anybody message you online, call you, say, how far how you take you do this stuff? If you teach me, if your answer is yes, because on the webinar, a lot of people said yes. A lot of people say yes many times. What it means is that you can actually teach people what you're doing and you can actually digitalize it. Yeah, that's the truth. But when you hear teach, you mostly feel is the skill. Now, in teaching, in business rather, there's something called the skill and there's something called the business of the skill. Now, if you, I'll use shoemaking for example. If you have a shoemaking business and somebody wants to learn, you can teach them how to make shoes, or you can teach them how to build a shoe business, a six-figure shoe business. You see the difference? How to make shoes and how to build a business is totally different. How to make shoes, get the materials, get the measurement of the person, sew it together, learn the sewing techniques, all that stuff. How to build a business is different. Location, store location, contact, where do you source material, how do you start when you have limited budget, what to avoid, how to deliver to customers. Those are in the business part. If you're in poultry, because I made mention of poultry, how you can teach somebody how to start a poultry farm business. What is the amount of capital they need? Where do you need to find land? How do they need to buy products? Can they employ? All that stuff. There are people that actually have money that want to do what you're doing and do it in a bigger scale. They just need your wisdom, right? There's different things you can teach people. Whether you're a music minister, people parents come and meet you to teach their kids. You can actually teach other music minister how to get the result you're getting. Probably parents are coming to meet you because they see how good you play. That means you are in a public place servicing and showing people your skill, and they trust you. Your integrity, you have a brand, you have a personality. You can teach people how to build personal brand. You can teach people how to price their music classes. You can teach people how to do online classes. All that stuff. What you're currently doing can actually turn into a digital product. That's the truth. It's either you do it as video courses, either you do it as coaching program, either do it as a book. You can turn them into knowledge. So you can see. I believe this has opened your mind to see that it's not only the skill you teach. You can actually teach the business of the skill. Whether it's cake, whether it's baking, there's always the business part of that skill. Most people focus on the skill alone. They can teach these two parts, right? These two parts. So this is it. So if you're always having this question, meaning God is showing you that there's a problem you need to solve and you can actually modernize this stuff. You can actually package it and maybe be the first in your industry to do it. And people will be like, wow, so people can teach this stuff, right? So this is it, right? So now, how do you step by step create a digital product since you know that okay you can create a digital product for what you are doing? How do you step by step create a digital product? So first is identify the product you want to create. Look at your business. What are people asking you that they want to learn? You okay, note it down. Note how many things people asking you that they want to learn. You note it down. Or if you already have something, you can refine it. And then you pick the form you want your digital product to be. Is it an ebook? Is it an online course? Is it a course with a community? Is it a membership platform? Is it webinars? You pick your form and you now learn how to host online webinars like this one. And what I suggest to do, the strategy I suggest to do in making money, which I made mention earlier on how to sell products without even creating them, is that you have to gather an audience for your product and sell to them before you even create your product. And let me explain. Please listen to this. I'll use a simple example. When authors that make book want to sell out their book, they write the first book, right? And they just release the cover of the book. Now they want to print a large amount of that book. What are they going to do? And they don't have money. What are they going to do? They're going to do something called pre-sale or pre-launch, meaning that they're going to tell people that the book is going to be out maybe March or April 20th, and at that time the price of the book is going to be 40,000 naira. But if you get the book now, it's going to be 20,000 naira. So they do that pre-launch campaign, and people pay for the book because they want it at a cheaper rate. And when the date comes, he has enough money to go and print the book and start giving out to people. But he has already made money even before the book was out. So that is also the methodology we're using here. Meaning that we're going to create flyers for our product and push it out, get people into our WhatsApp group. And then once we have done that, people pay us before we even create our product. So once you have the money in your account, you are responsible to create that product. You're not going to procrastinate because you are seeing money in your account and people are there because procrastination is a thing. And then once you have that money, another thing is that you have enough capital to start the process of creating your digital product. You can buy fuel, you can focus on what you are doing, and you're making money by the side. So this is how you launch, make sales and you launch your digital product. But there are some certain challenges you will come across, to be honest. And one of the challenges that most people say, I don't know how to even create a product. I'm not a tech savvy. How will I figure it out? How will I video my phone? How will I video my screen? How will I do all those stuff? I'm shy. I don't put my face online. I've not done it before. I'm shy. Or I'm very busy with work and life. How can I stay consistent in all of this? Now, these are challenges, real challenges that can stop you from moving forward. But we have a solution. So I want to introduce you to something called the 30 days digital product creation launch challenge, whereby we take you from nothing to full expert in creating digital product and launching it in that 30 days and actually making money within that 30 days. So I want to show you step by step, take you on your hands, hold you step by step and guide you to create your digital product. I'm going to help you find, this is in partnership with BBC Community. If you're watching from BBC Community, we're going to help you find the digital product you want to create, identify it. We're also going to help you um, what form of digital product you want to create. We're going to help you select, pick the best option for you, and then also show you how to create the product models, your step by step guide for people, how they can do it. Also show you how to do marketing and all that stuff and make money in this challenge. So it's a 30 days intensive challenge, and if you click on the button below this video, you can get to this page where you see more details about the challenge. You see more details about the challenge. And the challenge currently, if you're watching this video, this challenge is starting 21st of March. But if you watch later on, maybe a new cohort, it will be on a different time, right? So moving on, this challenge has been accessed by 40 Christian business owners that are doing extremely well in their business. And what you're going to get in this challenge, number one, is that you're going to get a profitable digital product that is ready to sell, something that you have that is going to start making money for you. You're going to have the confidence and clarity in selling online. You don't need to guess work, will this thing work, will this thing not work? Um, all those stuff, all those things you are novice about. Will this strategy work? We're going to help you solve those guesswork. And then, sorry about that. And then you're going to get a system that generates money for you passively. The system generates income for you passively. So imagine now you spend these 30 days, you create a data product and you sell it for 5,000 naira to 20 persons in your first month. That is 100k. 5,000 naira is a small, affordable fee. And you sell it to 20 persons, that is 100k. If the next month you sell it to another 20 persons, that is 100k. You sell it another month again to another 20 persons, that is 100k. From just spending one time creating that product, you make money over and over again. This is what we call passive income. Something that you do once and you don't work again and it makes money for you over and over again. And after you learn how to do that stuff in this challenge, you're going to also learn how to host webinars like this. You're going to learn how to sell. You have to be ready to change and grow. You have to be ready to move ahead. Now, after saying that, you see a lot of testimonials on this page. I have one of this Mrs. Laifa. She's a HR professional, and she partook in the first quarter of this challenge. And right now, she's in an amazing place. She created an ebook. She got people to buy the ebook for 7,000 naira. Some people were even so amazed about the book they started sending out free money. That's just amazing. And now, just because she was focused on what she was doing, opportunities started opening doors for her. Meaning that right now she's speaking. She was invited to a TV station to speak, live TV station to speak. She's also a part of a big global community of HRs. They invited her to be one of the heads. She's going to Kenya this year to speak, and it's mind blowing just because she put herself out there. Like I said, a digital product is a copy of your own experience, and if you put yourself out there, God is going to multiply it. Remember, I didn't say it in this video, but in God's way of doing things, He always focus on multiplication. He says, "Go into the world, be fruitful and multiply." It's only in marriage and relationship with God that you see addition, and addition to God, everything is always one. So husband and wife, two shall become one. The Trinity, Father, Son, Spirit, one. The church, everybody's one. So you see, in God, addition is one. But every other thing He created in life, multiplication. A mango will not produce one mango. It produce a mango tree that produces multiple mangoes over and over again, right? Even ants, insects, over again multiply themselves. So same thing, the opportunity to multiply itself once you create something, once you focus on creating something, byproducts of that thing will open up for you. If you can create a digital product in what you're doing, I'm telling you, your church will invite you to speak. People will start seeing you outside. People will start coming to meet you to speak. Right? I don't want to really dwell on this, but a good example is in the Bible. I'll go to the Bible again. When the Queen of Sheba met Solomon, how did she hear about Solomon? She said, "I heard your songs and proverbs." And when you look at Solomon's life, he wrote 5,000 proverbs and 3,000 songs. Or I'm mixing the word up. Meaning that she was in her own country, far away. She was hearing what Solomon did. She was hearing the songs, the proverbs. It's like when you're walking on the road, you're always hearing a song, the different location. It's like by default, by force, you are forced to ask. I mean, who sang this song? That was what happened to the Queen of Sheba. And she got to discover about Solomon. She traveled to go and find this man that has been trending all around. Same thing with your digital product. Solomon was basically a content creator. He was putting himself out there, his knowledge out there, he was putting himself out there, and the team brought in people to consult with him, and he made a lot of money from that. So same thing you can do. Monetize your knowledge. You have a lot to give, but you are not looking at it rightly. You have a lot to give. So in this challenge, there are four modules. One is the mindset model for week one. We're going to fix all those fears, challenges you have, issues you have in creating digital products, and if this stuff will actually make money for you. We're going to fix all of that. Then module two is where we now talk about the tech setup, where you learn how to use AI to create your content for your course, how to use Canva to design to design your course, your webinars, other stuff, how to record your screen like I'm doing, how to host webinars, how to use Zoom and other stuff, then how to use AI to create your content, I've said before, and also edit stuff, right? All this tech setup you need, we're going to learn all this stuff so that we know the knowledge, we have it, and we focus on our step three, which is finding our product, creating a launch map of our product, how we're going to launch this digital product and make it profitable. We're going to pick a profitable product idea, pick a name that will attract people that want to buy and pay you. We're also going to price your product. How are you going to price it? What is the strategy? How many sales you want? You want to do all that mass. So that's it. And then we're going to learn how to create freebies, how to create things that will attract people into your group, and how to build trust, how to build trust with people that are just seeing for the first time. We're going to learn that stuff. We're also going to show you how to gather social proof, testimonies, so that people will buy. So this is basically how you convert viewers to sellers, viewers to buyers. And even if you don't have any testimonies, I'm going to show you secrets on how to get testimonies from your own self. So you're not going to lie or fake anything. I'm just going to show you how to do it real, no matter what you're doing. Now, I added other bonuses to make this stuff success because I really want you to succeed. I really want to succeed, like my coach always say. And for that, we were given a free webinar creation template. Basically, this creation webinar creation template is what we use for what I use basically for all my webinars. Is what I've given to people that have made them sales over and over again, and it's just a template whereby you fill in your own details and you watch a video that explains how to use the template, and it will convert people to buyers for you. It will convert people to people that will pay you money instantly after you're done with your webinar. So you get it done for you, and the value of this is 50,000 naira, but you're not going to pay that. You also get a WhatsApp marketing course whereby you learn how to generate leads to your WhatsApp. This is something that I learned personally, and I've taught people to do it over and over again. You learn how to create a group in a week and get 100 persons in that group. This is something that many people have done in the challenge, and you can do it. So don't be afraid. So you're not going to spend money, but you're going to get people in your group. So this is amazing. You're not going to spend money after this stuff. And then in order for you not to spend money, I'm also including a free graphic design to promote your digital product. So if you have a webinar, a course, whatever you need to promote something and do it professionally well. So we're going to be paying graphic designers to design stuff for you for free, and they're going to help you design your digital product and promote it for you. So this is what you're going to be getting in this challenge. So then you're going to have one-on-one coaching sessions with me in a group call. We're going to answer Q&A. In these 30 days, we're going to have weekly coaching calls. I'm going to answer every question you have. And you also have access to a community of like-minded people where you can network with, motivate each other, and all of you are in the same journey, any to trying to make money together, which you're going to make, and you're going to motivate and support each other. And then you're going to have accountability manager that's going to ensure your success in this journey, because procrastination is a thing. Life gets in the way and a lot of things happen. So you're going to have the accountability manager that's going to follow you up and do regular checking, make sure you're consistent and you finish this challenge. So it's a lot, it's an intensive challenge. And yeah, even if you're a 9 to 5 worker, you're going to find time. I want to make sure you find time. So it's a lot. And this is something that the value of it is over 100,000 naira, but you're not going to be paying half of that. So there's other testimonials on this page that you can check out and watch. Other testimonials of people that have used this challenge to make a lot of money. And so, what is the price of this challenge? The price of this challenge is 35,000 naira, and it contains everything I mentioned above. And we also do payments on installments. You can pay from 17,500 twice, or if you have, you're on a budget, you can pay 10,000 naira first, 15,000 naira first, depending on you, and complete before the challenge starts. So this challenge is starting 21st of March. So whatever you're watching me from, just go on this page, click on the button below, and you get on this page. You see the date the challenge is starting. So that's just it. So we are only accepting 30 persons for this challenge. We are accepting 30 persons for this challenge. The reason is I don't want to take more than I can do. Already 16 persons have shown interest, some are already paying. So if you're interested, please, please, please hurry up. Right? Hurry up to get your spot now. Don't delay, because people are rushing into this stuff. And at the end of this challenge, I promise you're going to make a lot of money. So hurry up. You're going to have something that is going to produce income for you over and over again. So you can send me payments to this account details, or you can chat me. When you click on enroll on this um, place, to take you to my WhatsApp, and you can chat with me and we can discuss if you have any question, and we answer that, and you can make payment on my WhatsApp chat. So that's all about the challenge and the program. So I believe you found value in this webinar. Even if you're not getting the challenge, right, you actually know how to create a digital product. You can figure it out yourself. Or if you want help, you can reach out to me. And I hope to see you on the challenge. Thanks so much and stay blessed. Bye.